Hello bandits. Thanks to the folks at Paranoid Interactive and HyperStrange, I've been checking out the frozen wastelands of their Norse city builder and real-time strategy with Frozenheim. Frozenheim has been in early access for a little while and recently launched into the full Steam store. In the title you'll look to build a thriving Viking village from a very basic first encampment. With some light story and quests along the way, the title is split through over 20 missions, which is quite nice. As you'll expect, you'll have to maintain good resource management as well as build defensive and offensive fortifications and units in order to survive. There are some really quite nice ideas here with the shifting seasons and ancient shrines along your way, as well as really quick worker placement between resource buildings, providing some variety as you look to conquer the wilderness. While it's not PEGI or ESRB rated, it should be noted that there is violence in the title. As you should probably expect from a real-time strategic representation of Viking life, there's a bit of blood as well. Up close you do see some spilling here and there, however a lack of visual clarity does dull this one a little. The title also brings online co-op and adversarial multiplayer, which brings all of the usual online risks, and overall our rating is caution advised. For accessibility, Frozenheim is getting a rating of low barrier. The title does bring a decent tutorial which takes you through the initial stages of building your camp. Also, while base building is thankfully freeform, it is also fairly streamlined with a relatively small number of buildings and units, as you might expect from life in a more primitive time. Loading and saving is a little awkward, but nothing hugely inconvenient, and the nature of the title does lend itself well to pick up and put down gameplay, allowing you to get into it at a time which suits you. And with that stacked up onto the rundown. Visuals lacking. At times the visuals within Frozenheim are really nice, and when zoomed out the lighting effects within thunderstorms are genuinely enjoyable. Sadly, as you get closer to the action, troop animations break the fourth wall, as well as having clipping and placement issues throughout. In addition, while the zoom is pretty nice, it can mean that the camera gets thrown around quite a lot while you're moving. Audio good. I absolutely adore the soundtrack for Frozenheim, and for the most part the effects in game are well created. Unfortunately, repetition within troop commands has hit quite hard, and narration in a bold American rather than Norse accent just makes everything feel a little weird. Narrative lacking. There is a story here told between cutscenes, but it hasn't been my favourite of the year so far. In addition to this, an American accent telling the Norse story in first person breaks the fourth wall completely for me, and undermines what could otherwise have been a pretty decent narrative. Replay great. With 21 campaign missions, you'll be kept in gameplay for some time. In addition to this, the inclusion of both cooperative and adversarial multiplayer is a great feature, and while there aren't too many troops or ways to approach the levels, there's still a fair amount to keep you busy. Overall, the Pixel Bandits to Valhalla level for Frozenheim is a lacking 2 out of 4. The title does have some lovely ideas, and the setting and narrative does have great potential. Sadly, awkward controls and a clumsy camera paired with some odd visuals and audio choices have really pulled this one down. Importantly, these are all things which are fixable, and if they can be seen to, I've really enjoyed the ideas put into base management mechanics. As it is currently, it may be one to pick up in a sale or wait for a little bit of a price drop. And that's all I've got for you today. Don't forget to check out the extended review at pixelbandits.org and keep your eyes out for more news, reviews and live streams coming soon. If you can spare enough for a coffee, every donation helps us keep Pixel Bandits ad-free and independent, and either way we'll see you again very soon, so don't wander too far.